I'm Josh Bobby.
And I'm Jacob Bobby.
Welcome to Western Sky's 90s news. Our first story comes to us from the year 1990.
There were a lot of important events from that year.
It still was, Jacob. This is my show. I'll tell the stories how it...
Well, I guess you're the boss.
On April 24th, 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope was launched from the Space Shuttle Discovery. This provided us with pictures of the universe without distorting any causes of the atmosphere.
That's right, Josh. I like the picture better after they fixed the faulty mirror in December of 1993.
My show, my buddy.
Sorry, boss.
For those who love capitalism, 1991 was a great year for you. The triumph of democracy over socialism was a great Christmas gift when the Soviet Union separated into 15 different countries.
Yeah! USA! 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 Freedom!
Thanks for the enthusiasm, Jake. Now let's move on to 1992.
Sorry. Dad graduated from high school in 1992.
Yippee, Jake. It's about the 90s, not about Dad.
Sorry, Josh.
That's what I was saying. In 1992, was interesting because there were riots in LA due to an acquittal of 4 police officers that beat a motorist, Rodney King, back in March 1991.
Yes, Josh. They beat him worse than a piñata on my first birthday party.
You're correct, Jacob. And the police didn't even get candy afterwards. The riots lasted from April 29th to May 4th. Even more than 50 people were killed and 4,000 were injured. And over 12,000 arrested. Estimated $1 billion of property damage was
What's estimate?
and people were nuts.
That's all the nuts.
For you TV Land viewers, in 1993 was the end of the popular TV show Cheers.
Cheers!
No, I mean the show about the former baseball star who owned a bar. It starred Ted Danson and Woody Harrelson, and it debuted September 30th, 1982, and ended May 20th, 1993. It was a very popular show, and it had high ratings.
Did you know there's an actual bar in Boston called Cheers?
This show actually takes place there.
But it's a show.
Anyway, continuing on to 1994, former football star, a great actor, O.J. Simpson, was arrested for a brutal murder from his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and friend Ron Goldman. Then he fled into a white Ford Bronco, then driven by his friend, Al Collins, led police by a slow speed chase until he finally surrendered to police at his house. People watched on television and on the freeway passes.
Sounds like that was the most famous Bronco until Tim Tebow.
Okay, in 1995, Bill Gates became even richer when Microsoft released Windows 95.
Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
Windows 95 became the most successful operating system ever. Microsoft spent a staggering $300 million of advertisement for the midnight sale of the operating system.
which also launched the first annual running of the nerds. Nerds everywhere flocked to the copy of Windows 95. In fact, I think Dad did.
In 1996, Big Willie made his way back to the White House.
You mean the Fresh Prince is president?
No, I'm talking about Bill Clinton. He was re-elected as president of the United States of America when he beat out Bob Dole. President Bill Clinton was a very popular president.
Apparently, he was very popular with the ladies too.
I'm not listening to you. On October 31st, 1997, Diana, Princess of Wales, died of an injury in a car accident in France. She was being chased by paparazzi. Her funeral was a star-studded event in the Westminster Abbey. Sir Elton John arranged a special song he wrote called Candle in the Wind.
Diana. Can we move on to 1998, please?
Okay. In 1988 marked an era in baseball where two sluggers battled it out to beat Roger Maris' home run record of
61 in a single season. Well, Josh, I have two questions. Who were they? And who won?
Well, glad you asked, Jake. Mark McGwire and St. Louis Cardinals and Sammy Sosa, Chicago Cubs, went head-to-head, but it's Mark McGwire who ended up going up to 70 home runs, and Sammy Sosa ended up 66.
I bet they were on steroids.
I wouldn't make a bet. They both look like the Hulk. But to the last year of the decade, 1999, last year of the millennium, this event changed students and the parents alike.
That is correct, Josh. You must be referring to the Columbine tragedy.
Yes, Jacob. I would make a bet on April 20th, 1999, in Littleton, Colorado, two students named Eric and Dylan Klebel opened fire on classmates, killing 12 students, one teacher, and another injured directly. After shooting up the school, they both committed suicide.
We didn't give much good news, did we?
Well, we're both born in the late 90s, so that's the best news of all of the 90s. Well, that does it for this edition of Western Sky 90s News. For Jacob Bobian and myself, Josh Bobian, stay classy, Western Sky.
Dude, thank God.